My next question comes from Anne, a ninth grader. This is an English question. She asked me to diagram the sentence, I want to go home. She asked, where does the infinitive go? Let me go to the board to explain this one. First of all, an infinitive is to plus a verb. So we diagram the sentence putting the subject first, I, the verb next, want. Our infinitive comes after the verb on a risen plane. To go home would be like this. There's your problem, Anne.
My next question is a math question from Tressa, a fourth grader at Concord. She wants to know the dividend of 1,507 divided by 5. This will probably be best worked at the board. First, you set up the problem. Then you take 5 and divide it into the largest first two numbers. In this case, 5 will not go into 1, but it will go into 15 3 times with no remainder. It will not go into 0, so you put a 0 above this place. Then you divide 5 into 7. It will go into 7, but will leave a remainder of 2. It's written this way. And I hope that answers your question.
My question is from Brad, an 11th grader at Reedland. He wants to know, why does it hurt so much when one hits his funny bone? The answer to this is, he's hitting an ulnar nerve that runs along the olecranon cavity, a depression at the elbow into which the head of the ulna fits into the humerus. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, I have a question from Jennifer from Lone Oak, and she's in English in the 6th grade, and she wanted to know, how do you write a theme? Well, first of all, to write a theme, you need to pick a subject, and you need to narrow it down to a manageable area. And after you've done these 2 steps, you need to write an introductory paragraph, which briefly covers all the points to be covered in the theme itself, and use a paragraph per point if possible. And after you've covered these points, or while covering these points, remember to use nice transitions between paragraphs. And at the end of the theme, you write a concluding paragraph, which briefly restates all of your points. So in other words, you say what you want to say, you say it, and you conclude it neatly. And you must remember in a theme to do not make the subject too broad, because if you do, you won't be able to cover the theme in a paper short enough. So I hope that answers your question.
Our next question comes from Amy from St. Mary. This is another math equation. She asks, what is the equation of a line that goes through the points -2, 4, and 1, -3? Let me go to the board to help you answer this one. The points are -2 and 4 and 1 and -3. What we must do first is to find the slope of these 2 points. To do this, we use the equations y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Substituting in this equation our values for y and x, we get negative 3 minus 4 divided by 1 plus 2. Since we're subtracting, we have a negative, we simply add. We therefore get the value negative 7/3. What we must do now is to use a point-slope formula with our slope here and one of the given points. The point-slope formula is y minus y sub 1 equals the slope times x minus x sub 1. We'll use this point here. So our y minus the negative 2 is plus 2 equals our slope, negative 7/3, times our x minus x sub 1. Excuse me, this would be a negative 4 instead. We multiply this side of the equation and find y minus 4 equals negative 7/3 x minus 14/3. We now add 4 to each side, solving for y. Y equals negative 7/3 x minus 14/3 plus 12/3, which simplifies to 4. Our final step is to get it in simplest terms, which is negative 7/3 x, and our negative 14 plus 12 is minus 2/3. That's the equation of the line through those 2 points, Amy. I hope it helps you.
Our next question is a science question from Clark Elementary. The question is, what causes a stroke? Well, a stroke is anything that reduces severely or stops the flow of blood through a vessel to the brain. And without proper blood flow, nerves are affected, causing paralysis. I hope that helps you.
Our next question is from LaRonda. She wants to know, what book has the biggest collection of authors? This is the Bible. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, I had a question from Scalawag, believe it or not, from Crittenden, and this was in math. And Scalawag wanted to know, what is the Pythagorean theorem? Well, the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So there you go, Scalawag. I hope that helps you.
Our next question is, how many chromosomes are in the human body? In the human body, there are 46 chromosomes, or 23 pairs of chromosomes. I hope that answers your question.
Our next question is a science question from Janice. She's in the 8th grade. The question is, what is the difference in tendons and ligaments? Tendons connect muscle to bones. Ligaments connect bones to bones. I hope this helps you.